Round 5 of the championship. We're up again, this time on PC, on Bianco Fiore, winding its way around with lots of crossovers and all sorts. Turn 1's always a tricky one. We're going to see the start of the race from turn 1 as well. That's where I'm placed for the spectator shot. Got to be careful on the chicane. We saw a lot of issues here in the Xbox race that we just saw. And obviously the fast right-hander as well can cause issues. We saw a lot of mistakes from a lot of drivers in the Xbox One race. We'll see how PC does this time around. But the GT1 drivers are in the Turismo Classic. GT2 drivers are in the Z-Type. GT3 drivers are in the Stinger. Big differences between the cars. And let's hope they can all get through cleanly. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one if it was anything like the Xbox race. Looking forward to it.
We've also got a guest commentator coming in at some point.
We do. We're going to get the race started and then we'll have a guest commentator of I Am Benny Boy, one of the two organisers on the PC side who's helping me organise, and also GT3 driver for the Maze Bank team. Couldn't get into the session, so Daleks is reserving us for him, and he'll join us in the commentary booth. Glowboy starting on pole position.
That's Cloud McShort, CT Ski, and J Santos in GT1, GT2, and GT3.
At least we know how to say CT Ski's name now. Couldn't say it properly in the video. You did get that right. The fact that there was no capital letters threw me off. Like, I thought it was CT Ski, but then the lack of capitals made me think, is it Sitski or like, I just couldn't work it out in my head.
Chitski.
Alright, 15 seconds to go before the race start for GT1. I think they have a pretty good angle here, I think. This is going to be an interesting one. See them coming from the start line. There they go. How is the race start for everybody? Oh, this looks dicey. Oh, they made it through nice and cleanly. There you go, the GT2s. Z-Type sounds great, to be fair. And then the GT3s. Looks like Cloud McShort has held the lead from pole position in GT1.
Darn's having a bit of an issue with
Zeppi! That's lag, okay. Zeppi's lag causing a few issues in the first corner on GT3. Coming into the GT1's shot. So Cloud is still in the lead. Cleo's in second.
Cloud McShort just went off at the chicane.
Oh, he's lost the lead from the lead of the race. Here they come. Cleo, Trumpet Master in second. Kimmy and Mindless Riff third and fourth. Neutron and Mild. Oh yeah, I see. I just saw the end of it there actually, but
somebody's gone absolutely flying in GT1. Went over them.
Oh yeah, I see that. Neutron. GT2 is absolutely insane. It's nose to tail. From first to ninth in GT2 is ridiculous. Look at this train.
Crazy.
GT3 Berserker's in the lead.
Shocking.
And then there's actually a big gap behind. Zeppi is lagging quite substantially. And maybe that's why there's a big gap. Oh, look at this GT2 battle.
Soda. Berserker and Large Soda are going at it. Large Soda retakes the lead in GT3.
Oh, I'm behind actually. Oh, I'm way behind on some of these streams.
Are on different times.
Soda takes the lead from Berserker. So we got a battle over the lead in GT3 straight away as Beta 1 Hit is trying to deal with Zeppi's lag, it looks like. Are we going to see Berserker go for an overtake? Oh, gives him a nudge and actually loses out big time from that. There's a miscalculation on the brakes there.
So R2XDJ and Cloud McShort are now fighting in GT1 over 6th position.
So Cleo is in the lead.
Mild ahead of them as well. Yeah, that was an unforced error by Cloud McShort on the first lap.
Yeah,
Very
from the lead,
he's
unfortunate.
He's one of our veteran drivers.
Yeah.
Unusual to see him make a mistake.
Yeah, normally very consistent. Alright, here's the GT1s. There's Cleo, already got a pretty decent lead. Trumpet Master's in second, with Mindless Riff in third and Kimmy in fourth. Then we've got Mild, Cloud, R2XDJ, and Eric. 2 Xbox One GT1s, and Neutron as well after that crash at the back.
I don't know what happened to push Neutron over that barrier, but he went flying.
Look at this GT2 field. It's absolutely insane. There's a bit more of a gap now between the top 5 and the bottom 4, but that's absolutely crazy how close GT2 is.
Honestly surprised we've not seen more boating incidents.
Actually, yeah. They're all driving pretty well.
Yeah, being very respectful of each other.
How can R2XDJ and Trumpet do 3 hours of racing? I mean, I did 4.5 hours every weekend in Season 3. I certainly wouldn't recommend it, but you can just about get away with it for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Here come the GT3s.
24/7 are doing really well in GT1 and GT2 at the moment.
Yeah.
GT3, who's our GT3
Yeah,
driver?
Tony Soprano is actually in second place, just went past me.
Oh, wow.
So
24/7 are doing amazing for this race at the moment then. Are they going to be able to keep it up though? That's the question.
Zeppi's lag is huge.
They did start in second though, didn't they?
24/7 did start in second, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Berserker going for a little trip across the gravel there.
Struggling a little bit. But it looks like fairly big gaps in GT3 already from top to bottom. GT2, you can't say that. So we got Don in the lead of GT2. CT Ski is right behind. Mountain Jet is right behind him, and Danny is right behind him. Wow, okay. Dan's is... I need to resync this. Mindless Riff has got into second place ahead of Trumpet Master in GT1.
Right.
Look at these in GT2. Unbelievable. I want to see them again as they come past us. These GT2s, they're absolutely fascinating. I love the trains. Here they come. There's your top 5 in GT2 in a big train. Benimi just behind in 6th, 2nd, 7th, 8th and 9th. GT2 from 1st to 9th. It's only about 5 or 6 seconds across the entire field. So it looks like it's settled down a little bit in GT1.
Yeah.
Leo and Mindless Riff are definitely going to be fighting with Darnock over the championship. Those are the 3 protagonists in the championship, but I can't remember. I think Darnock's won 2. and Cleo's won 2, and Mindless Riff has been second or third in pretty much every race.
Maybe our guest commentator would be able to shine some light on that.
Oh yeah, is he here yet?
He is.
Hi guys.
Welcome. You should be racing here.
I should be racing here. I was very disappointed on the making on the grid today, but it is what it is.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think is going to be the GT1 championship fight? Is it Cleo, Mindless, and Darnock? Or is it just Cleo and Darnock? Or what do you think it's going to be?
On Mindless's good days, he can keep up with Darnock and Cleo. But Cleo and Darnock will be having a good scrap for the rest of the races left to go on the calendar. If Mindless can get a good start, he can keep the consistency up and keep going throughout the race. Cleo is naturally sort of a hot lapper sort of guy, so he can turn in some quick laps when he needs to. And Darnock is kind of like a hybrid of both, so to speak. So you got 3 different guys, 3 different styles, but both of them, all 3 of them will be going for the championship.
Alright, interesting. So at the minute we've got, obviously Darnock's missed this round, Cleo missed round 3, but Mindless has been to all the rounds so far, currently in second place. Whether he can chase down Cleo, we'll see. But Cleo's out in the lead, looks to be extending that gap.
Looks like you've got a few fans in the chat, Benny.
Is this sexually provoking voice? Oh, what a scumbag! Merry Prankster, thank you for the 26 months. Berserker has gotten back into second place in GT3.
Alright. Pit stops are looking blank at the moment.
Yeah, nobody yet.
Nobody pulling the trigger yet.
Are we even on lap 5 yet? I don't know whether we are.
Cue the jokes, eh? A Scotsman, an Englishman, and an Aussie walk into a commentary booth.
I'm sure there's some good things that could be made from that. So Large Soda's still in the lead of GT3. Berserker's trying to chase down. This GT2 battle, man, it's absolutely insane. The top 5 are still nose to tail. No one can overtake.
They are quite big, the old Z type, to be fair, and there's the danger of the boating issues that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah. I should try to go to find a different location.
More Benny fans in the chat.
How would you say your season has gone then, Benny? How are you finding it? It's your first MCEC season, right? As a racer, so...
It is my first season, that's correct. I'm more into this for the fun, honestly. And whatever happens, happens. Had a little bit of bad luck, had some issues. Like, obviously today's been another issue. But, you know, I take it as my Atomic Tire was my best finish so far, my proudest race to date.
God, Benimi's dropping some frames like a pro here. Hopefully that doesn't mean he's on his way out connection-wise.
Looks like the GT1s...
Oh, what's happened there with our GT1?
Massive crash. I was just about to say, it looks like the GT1s are catching up to the GT3s.
Yeah, what's happened to R2XTJ and...
Kimmy.
Kimmy, yeah. It looked like they crashed into an invisible prop. Unless it was a GT3 respawning. And it just disappeared.
Oh, really?
I don't know what happened.
Oh, Beta got pushed down to the wall by B-Dogs. That's our final position.
Yeah, so we've seen our first pit stops now. Mild and Neutron both take their first stop in GT1.
Just as they caught up to the GT3s, so maybe a good idea. Oh, I wonder if it's Zeppi's lag
Could have been Zeppi's
that
lag.
caused that crash, because that is some insane lag
Could
that
well
he's
have been.
having. I think I feel like he's gonna have to pull over, to be honest. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I couldn't work out if it was like they hit dead into something in the middle of the corner, so it couldn't have been like a prop or anything.
Yeah.
It must have been a car, but it looked like the car respawned. But it could well have been lag.
Yeah, I think it must have been. Because they were just coming up. Look at those GT2s! Oh my god, I can't get over it. Every time they come past me, the top 5 in GT2.
Yep, having a nice little convoy. 10
So,
for
race
good
director,
buddy.
I'm so proud to line up for the GT2. How we've been getting these close battles every few weeks. So
Yeah, it's been really good. The thing was with GT2 on PC, there was about half of the field wanted to be in GT2.
No.
See, we've got like the top half of GT3 and the bottom half of GT1 probably could have all been in GT2 as well.
Wow.
You know, it's
yeah, most of the grid here, most of the people, including myself, wanted to be in GT2.
yeah.
R2XDJ just had a brown trouser moment with a GT3 car facing the wrong way.
Oh,
I think it was B-Dogs.
Actually, checking out the battle for the lead for GT3, Berserker has closed up the large soda.
oh yeah, that's true. Oh, and he goes into the side of him. That was before. I wonder if he's going to give that position back. I'm a bit behind on some of the... Yeah, he's giving that position back. Okay, so yeah, it's very close now between the two of them. Here they are, the top 2 in GT3 as the GT1 of Kimi comes through.
Beta 1
Beta
hits gone
one's taking
for
the pit
his
stop.
pit stop, yeah.
Yeah, my GT3 perspectives are so delayed. Berserker's is fine, but the other two are really delayed. This is tricky with the GT1 coming around.
Circa and large soda, yeah.
R2XDJ is taking the overtake, but
Yep, Berserker's gone for it. Oh,
is he
they
going to
go
get
side
it
by
into the
side through
chicane? Oh, that's ballsy. Yeah, that didn't work out too well.
Good grief. Never going to work well going side by side through that chicane.
Yeah. So Berserker
to be
retakes
fair,
the lead
if
in
I-
GT3 as we have the first of the group of 5 CT Ski pulls the trigger from GT2 and pits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost Steppy, so he's out of the race.
Yeah, Zeppi has
Alright,
pulled over and
cool.
either disconnected or left. CT Ski is now right at the back of the entire GT2 field because the GT2s were all so close that one pit stop has been enough to put him right at the back. So this is going to be... I don't think pitting early is going to be a good option, to be honest, for him.
Well, we'll see how the pit stops play out.
We've still got the top 4 in GT2, all very close together. And we've got to keep an eye on CT Ski when all the pit stops filter out. Ducati Doctor trying to go for an overtake on PJ. This will be over 6th place.
Everybody's choosing this chicane to try and overtake. Not a good place.
No. Really not. The top 3 in GT1 are actually pretty close.
It looks like Zeppi's car is in the pit lane. So Silky has had to blow it out of the way.
Oh, well.
Hopefully he's blown it to a safe location.
Yeah. At least that happened in the pits.
Yeah, I think he pulled it into the pits and then disconnected.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got Large Soda coming in for his stop in GT3. She's getting through the pit lane, so that's good. fresh tyres proving difficult for him as he goes for a little bit of a Tokyo drift.
So in GT3, we've seen the battle for the top two between Berserker and Large Soda, but over third place, we've got Tony Soprano in third, Daleks in fourth, and B-Dogs in fifth. I'm pretty sure Tony Soprano finished in last place in the first few races that he raced in. So he's doing a good job today. Top four in GT2, we're all still nose to tail, but there's a bigger gap now to fifth place of Benimi. With Ducati Doctor managed to get ahead of PJ. I missed that, but I was setting sights on Benimi.
I'm surprised at R2XDJ's performance in this race, because he was so good on Xbox, but having a bit of a struggle on PC. It could well be fatigue from the first race, but
speaking from experience, probably a bit of fatigue.
I would have expected him to do a little bit better, maybe.
There's your leader in
had
GT1.
issues with the lag and whatnot.
Yeah, he has been involved in a few incidents, I think, that maybe not his fault, so... Actually, Mindless Riff has now dropped back behind Trumpet Master. So Trumpet Master had a pretty bad race in Xbox, and he's having a better race in PC. He's in second place now in GT1.
Yeah. He's got his eye in.
Yeah. That's also true what Blaze says. The handling from 60 FPS to 30 is... making that switch takes a bit of getting used to. There's certainly a couple of minutes of... yeah, just getting used to it, because you have more understeer, you're going at faster speeds at 60 FPS. Plus the PC guys are probably in general overall a little bit quicker, but then Trumpet Master's doing fairly well, so it's just how it is.
Yeah. Oh! Going a little bit wide there is R2XDJ, just as we're speaking about in there, collecting some of the fence work.
This is also R2XDJ's first ever double header race of doing one race after another. Trumpet Master did it just before the break week, so...
Oh, okay.
Maybe it is difficult.
Oh, issues clipping the prop there as well.
I hope he's not listening and he's crashing because we're
that's
talking about him.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Don't listen to us, R2XDJ. You can do it.
We believe.
So B-Dogs has pitted, as has Mountain Jed and Jay Santos.
Alright, Mountain Jed. So... Oh, we've got GT2s are catching up to the GT3s now. Let's see. Looks like Mountain Jed has come out ahead of CT Ski. Here he is. He's the leader of those who've pitted in GT2. Yeah, the streams are so laggy today. I wonder if it's because people are streaming at higher bit rates, because they're PC Master Race and 60 FPS. Trumpet Master's in second, Mindless Riff in third, Cloudman Short in fourth, Eric in fifth. Second, third, fourth and fifth in GT1 are all nose to tail as well. I'm guessing none of those have pitted.
Say that again, sorry.
I've forgotten them all already. Cloud, Mindless Riff.
Now.
Cloud, Mindless Riff, Trumpet and Eric. GT1.
Yeah, none of them have pitted.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's subbing for Darnick?
R2XDJ.
R2XDJ.
Okay, he's pitted.
So we're looking at... Looks like Odan has managed to pull out a bit of a gap from the that crazy group of GT2s during the overtaking phase from the GT1s. Traffic seems to be really causing significant issues.
Make this pit stop.
Who?
Tony Soprano.
Okay.
Has his pit stop in GT3.
Dodgy.
Possibly doing that to
see that
get around the GT2s, which I don't blame him
Yeah.
doing because they're both like.
Oh,
aspects
darn,
of the
having a bit of issue with GT3 drivers.
Yeah, I saw that just in front
Just
of
as
me,
this-
and this is all a bit crazy now with all the. Tony Soprano has dropped right back into the mix of all the GT2s and GT3s.
First of our GT1 top 5s have come in. Cleo's pit.
Okay, so Trumpet Master takes over the lead of the race, having a better race in in PC than he did in PS4. Cloud and the top 5 now in GT1 are nose to tail, but that's because Cloud has Cleo has pitted. Gotta be careful though. You don't want to get caught up in an accident that loses you a lot of time.
Looks like Darn's having a bit of a hard time getting through these GT3s.
Yeah.
It's not down to any bad driving from the GT3s. It's just they're in the in the wrong place at the right time for Darn.
Yeah. I just saw on the timing, Dawn is about 2 seconds ahead of second place in GT2, which is Sunken, and then Sunken is about 2 seconds ahead of Danny, who's in third place, and then the rest are separated by pit stops. CT Ski, I think, has paid a bit of a price. I tell you what, Mountain Jed, based on the timing that I've just seen from Danny's perspective, Mountain Jed might come out in the lead once all the pit stops filter out. He will. Mountain Jed's 14.5 seconds behind O'Dan, and it's about 16 seconds for a pit stop in GT2. Although that's on PS4, might be different on PC. And Sunken is now right behind Dan over the lead in GT2.
Have a pit stop. We have Ducati Doctor in the pits for GT2.
That's going to put him back out in his, what should be his actual position, I guess. as the
Sunken and
GT1s.
Darn are going at it at the moment.
Here's the GT1s. Trumpet Master in the lead, Mindless Riff in second, Cleo in third but a pit stop ahead, Eric in fourth, and then we got Cloud in fifth but also already done his pit stop. Oh, it's so
Sunken
hectic.
and Darn are so close in GT2 at the moment.
Yeah, look at that. Sunken going for the overtake,
Maybe
although I'm
GT1
probably
has made
behind.
a pit stop as well.
Yep, seems to be the time that GT1s are taking their stops. So Cloud and Kimmy have both taken their stops in GT1.
Let me know when everybody's taken a stop in GT1 and then we'll have a rundown of the order.
Yep, of course.
Well, Berserk has had a bit of a good moment where he's oversteered instead of what. He's fine though, he's recovered just fine.
Didn't lose much time.
Not too
God,
much,
look
but
at
it would have
this.
granted the confidence.
Beta 1's hit. The state of the front of his car is not looking in good shape at all.
Beta 1 hit is up into 3rd place in GT3. And Large Soda's in 4th. But they've all made one stop, right? I'm sure.
They have Berserker, Berserker and... No, it's just Berserker that hasn't made a stop in GT3. Oh, just as we say that, Berserker comes into the pits.
So Daleks is in 2nd place for GT3. With
Daleks is still yet to make his pit stop.
Oh, Dalek still needs to make a pit stop as well, okay.
Oh, I wasn't aware you... Okay, never mind. I didn't know that you got a substitute so quick, Benny.
I came well prepared, actually.
When the race organizer can't get in, then he's prepared and ready for it.
Got you. That's Topasaric in for GT1.
Cleo has now got ahead of Mindless Riff. So Cleo is basically pitted and then come back and overtaken everybody before they even get a chance to pit.
Well, it's just Mindless Riff and Trumpet that haven't pitted in GT1.
Trumpet's in the lead, but obviously when he pits, Cleo will take over the lead again.
Having some issues there. Coming together.
Oh, there comes Miles. He's on the back right now on Cleo.
He sure is.
But Mindless still has to pit, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So it looks like Beta 1 Hit's going to be in 2nd place when the pit stops filter out. I don't know how Large Soda ended up losing 2nd place and losing so much time. Yeah, 24/7 GT1 cars dominating today. Blaze first, Xbox. Now Cleo.
Yeah, good weekend from 24/7 so far.
Started 2nd, I suppose, but taking advantage of it.
You guys like Tony Soprano that's been running last with the podcast couple of races starting at the front is quite a refresher. You know?
Say that again?
You might need to turn him up a bit, bruv.
Go on, Benny. Say that again. What were you saying about Tony Soprano?
I was about to say, Tony Soprano, so 24/7 started in 2nd place, and it's key for him to get a good start and get a good run instead of being stuck at the back and being able to be collected in traffic.
Yeah.
Just judging all his the last places that he's had over the past couple of races, it's been a good fresh start for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's currently in 5th place in GT3 at the minute.
So it looks like Cleo is on the back of Trumpet at the moment, but I mean that doesn't really mean anything because Trumpet still got to take a stop. So
Yeah.
Cleo's way out in the lead.
Cleo's basically a pit stop ahead of everybody. Don's still in the lead of GT2, but when all the pit stops filter out, I don't think he will be.
Yeah, it's just top 3 for GT2 that haven't made a pit stop yet.
And then when they take their stops, if they take them all together, the train resumes.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully. Cleo entered first on my screen. Is the overtake about to come? Looks like it. And then Trumpet Master entered first on my screen, so this isn't over yet. I mean, it is over because it's a whole pit stop difference, but for now at least.
Well, the more difficult Trumpet makes it, the easier it is for other drivers to catch Cleo, I guess.
Nobody's catching.
You never know.
Trumpet's in second place even after the pit stops are all done, so I think this is going to be it though. There it is. And Cleo is now a pit stop ahead. Alright, so we're going to have the top 2 in GT2 plus the top 3 in GT1 all come past me. Oh my god, that's dicey. Bloody hell. We're going to see that from Cleo's perspective now in the top left.
That would be a great shot for 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, I got that from my
shot.
perspective, so they could have that for a fee.
Alright, Mild in GT1 is taking a second stop.
Good night, Phil.
Going for the early tactics.
So where else are we in GT2? Where's the rest of the GT2 field? I think I missed them. That was ridiculously ballsy. In the lead of the GT1 race, overtaking your teammate who's also leading the GT2 race over the jump.
Team 24/7 taking no prisoners this week.
Yeah. Who stopped in GT2? Basically, there was a 5-way battle in GT2. Danny and Dan are the 2 drivers who haven't stopped from that 5-way battle. The other 3 have. Has Benimi hasn't stopped yet, right?
No, it's just the top 3 haven't pitted yet.
Yeah, so Benimi's going to drop down to 6th. And I think Dan and Danny might end up dropping sort of... Wait, let me look at the timing. I think that the early pit stoppers from that train are going to end up overtaking these 2 who are currently leading. Unless they just don't stop.
Just come in for his pit stop in GT1.
Okay.
And we had the first of top 3 for the GT2s.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Danny to come to.
Benimi
follows.
Yep.
So let's see where Danny comes. I think he's going to come out in 6th place.
Busy pit.
It'll be 5th place. That's CT ski ahead of him. So yeah, they've really lost out through not pitting early like the others did. Trumpet Master still on the heels of Cleo, but obviously a pit stop in hand Cleo has.
Yep.
Then here's the GT2s. We got Odan in the lead, but still hasn't done a pit stop. Then we got some GT1s. Then there's Mountain Jed, who will take the lead when Odan pits. Sunken, CT Ski, and Danny. Odan's going to drop right into that panel. That's what we need to be looking at now whenever Odan makes a stop. Meanwhile in GT3, Berserker looks like he's running away with it. Here he is. And how far back is 2nd place?
Second place is Beta at the moment on the road.
It's actually not that far back. Daleks is in third place, but I think still needs to make a stop, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Daleks is
Daleks
the last
still
driver
needs-
for GT3 to make his stop.
Around 7 seconds. That's actually not as much as it was earlier in the race. Large Soda's dropped off quite far, so it's probably going to be Large Soda versus Daleks for the final podium spot in GT3. Oh, what a
That's
scumbag!
everyone in GT1 taking their first stop now. Time for your rundown.
Excellent. We can do a full rundown. Let's see where they're at.
Speaking of complete stops, we had a final car in GT2 make their first pit stop. Odan's pit.
Oh, Dan's pitted. Oh, wow, it's all kicking out. Alright, full rundown. GT1 first of all. There's Cleo in the lead. Big lead at the moment. And then we're going to have a four-way battle over second place, separated by a few seconds in GT1. We'll see them come over the ridge very shortly. There they are. Eric in second, Minus Riff in third, Trumpet Master in fourth, Cloud McShort in fifth. Very spicy in GT1 over the final podium spots.
Oh, I had to stop you there. Benemi's made a little error. Had a little crash.
There's Mountain Jed. He's now in the lead of GT2. Bit of a gap to CT Ski, who's now in second, with Sunken in third. Odan dropped out in fourth place, and Danny is in fifth. So GT2 is actually pretty close as well for the top five, but Mountain Jed's pulling out a little bit of a gap, and yeah, as you say, Benemi crashed a little bit. He's a little bit further back now in sixth place. Him and Ducati Doctor fighting it out over sixth.
Yeah, Benimi's certainly finding that a Z type of handful at the moment for some reason.
It's because it is.
If I had $1 for every GT2 driver that complained about Z-Top this week, I reckon I could retire.
And that was Berserker going through, and there's Beta 1 hit in second place for the GT3. So we'll see if that closes up as the race goes on, but GT3 is pretty static at the moment. GT2 and GT1 over second place is where it is right now. I think because Dan's stream is lagging for me so much, I might just put Cleo with the 3 GT2s.
Whose stream was lagging for you?
Or Dan's, it's just constantly behind all the time.
Yeah, I've got no issues with Darn's stream.
I'll tell you what, I'll do a closing of Chrome, see if that helps like it did before.
Yeah, Benimi's stream is dropping frames, so that is lag, but everyone else seems to be fine for me.
Okay, see, Benimi was fine for me. So strange.
Oh no, I mean his stream
One's
is
been good to me so far.
Oh, okay, I get it. Say again?
his stream is
Full
literally
stream.
dropping frames. It's not anything to do with
Ah,
like
okay.
the site that we're using. His stream is just dropping frames. And has been consistently. Alright, Mild comes in for his second stop. First driver to take 2 stops in GT1. In the whole race, in fact.
Alright. Yeah, it's not good. Downstream just isn't having it.
All right.
So I'm gonna put. Tell you what, put Cleo and R2X DJ with Danny and Benimi, I think.
He's broadcasting at 6 meg, so that's maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
probably why. Unless you have quality options, keep it to 3 or below.
He does not have quality options.
Yeah. It's just a general rule for anybody who's streaming. The VOD will look better though, I suppose.
Yeah.
Doesn't really help us now, but...
Oh, Danny's had a massive stack,
Oh,
and he's
that's-
gone over the fence.
Oh, he sure has to respawn.
wrong one. There we
He was chasing behind O'Darn for so long. He just finally clipped the apex.
Let's get ourselves an action replay, shall we?
go. I would like an action replay because we missed that. And now his stream isn't working anymore. There we go. Martin Jed still in the lead of GT2. Looks to have pulled out a bit more of a gap over CT Ski, with Sunken still in third, O'Darn still in fourth, not too far back, and now obviously Danny after that crash is a little bit further back.
There's your action replay.
Okay. Let's take a look, see what happened. He was pushing to try and get past O'Darn. Clips the insides and then over the... Yeah. Yeah, that's a tricky one. That's why he had to respawn. That lost him a lot of time.
John T500 taking his second stop in GT3 as of 2 minutes ago.
Is he the first person to take 2 stops?
First person in GT3. GT1 Mild has taken his second stop. But that's all.
Okie dokie.
There's another GT3 making his second stop. That's B-Dogs.
Yeah. And Darnock's replacement, R2X DJ, has taken his second stop. Ooh, R2X DJ going wide on the first corner after the pit stop. Cold tyres.
Cold tires, yeah, that's it. You gotta be careful.
R2X DJ battling it out with the GT2 driver.
This is definitely the spot.
Still the only driver to not make any pit stops at all. This is Dalex, the reserve for the Mazemate car.
Yeah.
Maybe he's enjoying
I'm a
being
little
in
bit
third.
concerned.
I mean, he's super sub at this point, kind of like Tom on the Xbox side for GT3, so he knows the rules.
He's the well. He could be doing the cheeky Baggins tactic.
Yeah, save all the pit stops until the end.
It worked out well for Baggins.
It did. Didn't see him all the way through the race, and then next thing you know, he's in second.
Yep.
So we don't have any footage of the top 3, top 4. Oh, I suppose we do, but can't handle Dan's stream. Cleo still in the lead of GT1. Big lead. Let's see how the GT1 battle is doing over second place. There's Berserker in the lead of GT3. Mindless Riff has managed to get back up in a second place. Eric is in third. Trumpet Master fourth and Cloud in fifth. Both very close. Still pretty close over second place in GT1. And it looks like Beta 1 Hit is a little bit closer to the lead of GT3 as well.
Yeah, that's just what I was about to say. As Berserker goes a little bit wide there.
Oh yeah, that's lost in
god!
time.
Look at the battle behind Beta 1 Hit. Oh my god! GT1, you got Trumpet
and Cloud together, yeah.
Trumpet and Cloud, yeah. They were basically together as he looked back. They were both clattering into each other.
Oh wow! I mean,
Ducati Doctor takes a second.
oh
stop
yeah,
in
I see that
GT2.
now. I just saw that because Beta 1 Hit's perspective is behind for me. Trumpet and Cloud fighting it out over fourth place in GT1 at the minute. I mean, this is do or die now for Beta 1 Hit, really. Championship wise, he has to win this race. He has to beat Berserker.
Oh, gets pushed wide and off the track. Beta 1 Hit.
Oh, really?
Wow, gets pushed wide by Neutron. Neutron doesn't wait either.
We're about to see. I mean, we're going to see that way after you, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it delayed. I mean, he was catching up. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a bad takeout.
Penalty worthy. It goes in for his pit stop now as well.
That's
One
a
hit
shame.
takes his second stop.
That could be championship defining. That he was catching as well. It looked like.
Need to see something.
Oh, Trumpet just crashed in front of me. Off the jump. He just lost the back end and crashed out of fourth place. Cloud takes fourth and Neutron just behind.
Oh well, there's that fatigue.
Yeah, I know,
Fatigue's
it's
coming
bad.
Yeah, you want to keep your car straight when you go over those jumps. You don't want any little bit of turn going over the jumps because that could upset the car or get it out of alignment.
Yeah, that's it. Beta 1 Hit has come out right behind Daleks, I've just seen on my screen.
Yeah.
And Dalek still hasn't pitted.
Still hasn't pitted. Yeah.
Well, Beta 1 Hit needs to clear Daleks ASAP if he wants to stand any chance of recovering from that crash and catching up to Berserker.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost did it. Is he going to do it? No? Oh, well, yeah, just about, I suppose. But that was... They just about kept held on there.
I see Berserker getting the Molotov ready. Looks like he's prepared to make his final stop.
Okay. So then we'll at least have it in real time, the gaps from first to second in GT3.
Top as Eric in GT1 takes his second stop.
Been an interesting battle over second place in GT1. Mindless Riff has pulled out a bit of a gap now to Eric. We'll see what happens by the end. Is Berserker coming in to make his stop? Doesn't look like it. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not positioned.
He's in.
Oh, he is in. Okay.
Oh, yep. Right. She's late reporting.
So, when they come past me, I'll give you the full rundown of these top 2 in GT3 and we can see the gap and we'll see if it stays the same, extends, or gets closer by the end.
Still quite far behind.
Pretty bad.
And goes off.
And it
the
goes
track.
to course.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
Again, I'm going to see that late, but I'm guessing pushing too hard after the crash, trying to catch up more, realising how important it is for the championship that he beats Berserker in this one.
Yep.
Alright, let's see. Here comes Berserker.
Oh my god.
About 10 seconds is the gap. Mountain Jed's still in the lead of GT2 with CT Ski in second and Sunken in third. Not a lot of change in GT2. And then O'Down still in fourth. What?
Ducati Doctor's made his final stop, and Alex has made his first pit stop finally.
Hey! And he is in fourth place, chasing down Large Soda. So it's, as I said, those two are fighting for that final podium spot. Where did I leave my car?
He's a scumbag! He's an absolute scumbag!
I've got some things to catch up on. Ben4765, thank you for the 5 months. Neo Mansa with the 36 months. 3 years ago I didn't have a mortgage, a baby, or a stressful job. All I'm saying is think carefully before you sub to this guy. Anyway, thanks for all the great content. Thank you, Neo Mansa. Thank you for the 3 years. And Rated M for Meaty with the 36 months as well. I've not been able to follow this season as much as I would have liked to, but hope all is well. Awesome. It is indeed. Thank you guys. 3 years at the same time.
I mean, touch wood, there seems to have been less drama this season.
You shouldn't have said that, should you?
I'm touching wood, it's alright. Looks like Beta 1 Hit is catching Berserker.
Yeah.
Despite making the odd mistake here or there, he does seem to have the pace.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I was seeing if my stream was lagging and everything, but no, it's real time.
Yeah.
Berserker's lost some time. Might have been with the GT2 traffic or something.
Could have been. I mean, Beta 1 Hit's making mistakes all over the place, and it looks like Berserker's having an alright stream, so it just must be raw pace, I guess. Oh, Beta 1 Hit gets annihilated by a GT2 driver.
Oh, really?
Oh, nightmare.
He's just been the victim this whole race.
He absolutely
Oh,
has.
yeah, that's... Ugh. He's been taken out by so many cars.
PJ takes his second stop in GT2.
To be fair, that could have been worse for Beta 1 Hit.
No, it's it's the Richard Majestic car. Richard's Majestic in Beta 1 Hit. What has he done to Richard Majestic to deserve it? To deserve this?
So there's Berserker. Yeah, it's still only about 10 or 11 seconds, the gap. So even though he must have been catching up before that crash,
GT3 again. Interesting race.
I think it would have been very close between Beta 1 Hit and Berserker for the lead of the race, taking into account the time loss that Beta 1 Hit's been experiencing from all the crashes.
We want to find out after the race if any bank transactions happened between Berserker and Richards Majestic.
Yeah. Los Santos Customs and Richards Majestic in cahoots. Free upgrades.
I'm just waiting for 8 team statements to go out against Ron Race.
Yeah.
Right, O'Darn coming in for a second stop.
Berserker crashed. Oh wow, he's lost a lot of time. I didn't even notice. It must have been on the screen, but how did I miss it? Because I wasn't looking at it.
Hang on,
I was in the way, unfortunately.
If all of us missed it. That must have been a massive crash because they're not far away from each other now. I was opening the chocolate bar. Hit the inside barrier.
I didn't see an animated Berserker hitting the desk with his fist just yet, so it hasn't been too bad just yet. But
oh, the GT2 making the overtake into the chicane. That was close. Darn bombed deviator. How?
Huh?
Oh, Dan blew up deviator somehow. Yeah, I don't know what Silky's looking at.
So apparently, I was listening to the team radio for Richards Majestic, and apparently Sunken went into the back of Beta 1 Hit because he was lagging in the middle of the road, allegedly.
Okay.
Here's the action replay of Berserker's crash.
Okay, I'll have a look at that. It's about 4 seconds between them now. Action replay.
Don't get too excited.
Yeah, hitting the inside barrier. Yeah, there it is. And then, yeah, it's a fair amount of time loss.
Danny makes his second stop.
Yep. That's everyone apart from Sitiski and Mountain Jed in GT2 taking their taking all their stops.
Right. Tony Soprano and Jonty, what's their pit stop like? Their pit stops.
Tony's taken 2, and who was the other one?
Jonty.
Yeah, they've both taken 2.
Okay, so they're at the back of the pack in GT3, but this might end up. They're basically fighting over what might end up being 5th place. Mountain Jed still in the lead of GT2. He's got a big gap to CT Ski now. In 2nd place. It feels like Mountain Jed can be very hot or cold. On his day, he's just unbeatable.
Yeah.
But then he can have a really bad day as well.
Mindless riff going door to door with Beta 1 Hit there.
Oh yeah.
2 Ron drivers managing to make it work.
There's Berserker. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds to Beta 1 hit now. With about 25 minutes to go. Jonty, another OG indeed. Jonty, the one of only 2 drivers, apart from myself, who's raced in every season of the MCEC.
Oh, Beta just got another tag for the GT1 driver in Zakato.
Alright, Darn has taken his second stop. No, sorry. Mountain Jed is taking his second stop. We knew Darn had taken his second stop. Mountain Jed and CTski has also taken his second stop. So that's all 2 stops in GT2 done.
Everybody in GT...
Crashes out.
Who?
Cleo crashed out there.
Cleo?
Has a little bit of a crash as he comes to the bottom of the hill after turn 1.
Okay, I missed that. Did you say everybody in GT2 has made their stops?
Yep.
Alright, so I can give a rundown of the GT2 order when they get to me. Which is going to be a while.
Yeah, Cleo didn't lose too much time. He's still got a 15-second buffer to Minus Rift in 2nd place.
Yeah, Cleo's miles ahead. Danny and Benimi fighting over 5th place. Not too much between them.
There's your replay of Cleo if you want it.
Ah, no, it's okay. I'm trying to think of the effort required to actually bring it up on screen and how much impact it's actually going to have in the race, and no, it's fine.
My, you don't want to be looking in the rearview mirror of Beta. He's got 1, 2, 3 cars stacked up behind.
Uh-oh.
To clear them. Okay, so it's got to clear him as well.
Oh, I've missed the GT2s. Wait, what?
Oh, Berserker coming together with the GT1s there.
Oh, the
That's
GT1
hilarious.
position change. They just come past me, actually. They're I think Neutron is actually coming back in this race. I can't see him not getting a penalty for the crash from earlier, but he's actually done a pretty decent comeback, and he's now in 4th place with that overtake on Eric. I don't know what the pit stops are like, though.
Eric and
Neutron.
Neutron's only had 1 stop, but
Okay.
Eric has had 2.
Oh, we have a rollout. Berserker's gone
Berserker's
over.
gone!
Yep. Berserker's gone.
There's the
Beta one
lead for
hit
Beta
takes the
1
lead.
hit.
Wow. Are we getting an action replay?
We saw it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What?
We need a roll cage.
What
yeah.
is Silky doing?
I have no idea.
This is what you get in image search when you type in Bruffy1322. Memes, me with a beard.
Yep.
It must be the apple juice I've been drinking
It
tonight.
must be the apple juice. Yeah, what I was going to say, GT2, everybody's taken 2 pit stops.
Yes.
Then Mountain Jed has made a massive mistake because he's lost the lead. And he actually dropped down to 3rd place, but he's gotten ahead of Sunken, so now he's in 2nd. But CT Ski's now got the lead.
We've got a midfield fight for GT2. We have Danny, Annie, Odan, and Benimi all together.
Oh,
Passing's going on right now.
look at this! Benimi takes advantage, but is he going to be able to keep it? Looks like it. On the inside of this corner, he'll keep it. 3-way fight.
The train.
The
it's
train,
back.
yeah. This time it's over 4th place, but we're still a train. Yeah, Mountain Jet has lost a lot of time to CT Ski now. I don't know what's happened to him, but he must have crashed somewhere. Here is that battle coming past me.
Sorry. Everybody in GT3 apart from Daleks is taking their second stop as well.
And there's the top two, not yet. There's Beta 1 Hit and there's Berserker. Seems like Beta 1 Hit has had the pace and the consistency in this race, but not the luck with the traffic. So whether he'll be able to drive away from Berserker now, we'll have to see. And whether he gets taken out again, who knows.
Danny moves to the right, Beans on the left.
Battle over the midfield. These are the middle three in GT2.
Oh, Cleo has a crash again.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Time.
I feel like Cleo is just hot lapping at this point. Pushing for the best time possible, and if a crash happens, so be it.
It was quite the crash into the telegraph pole. We're in the fast section just before the jump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't envy these GT2 drivers one bit, pedaling these machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing well though. We've not had too many driver-on-driver incidents from the GT2. They've done well. Where they've sort of fallen down a bit is sort of trampling over some of the other drivers. Yeah.
Yeah, they're tricky to handle. Big bulky boyos. So, where are the battles at the minute? Cloud McShort in third place.
It's good recovery.
He's an old hat as well. That'd be good for him to get his first podium of the season. GT2 champion last season.
He has only taken one stop though. So.
Oh, could be between him and Eric then.
Eric's taken 2.
Neutron's in between them, but he hasn't taken 2. I wonder what happened to Jed. I'm curious. 2 victories in a row for CT Ski, it looks like. Gap between Beta 1 Hit and Berserker at the top of GT3 is now about 7 seconds.
Benini is coming up on the back of O'Darn now. GT2.
Dan goes a bit wide. Opportunity, at least to catch up. Not over the podium. When it's over the next best thing, fourth.
I mean, Benini's a bit of a veteran as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was in at least last season, I think.
What's the gap on the leaders in GT1? Cleo is miles ahead in the lead. That's who you're looking at in the top left. Second place, Mindless Riff. In fact, I'll show you. there's your leader, Cleo. Just going past me there. And we'll see, waiting for the blue and orange of Mindless Riff. Wait, this isn't him, is it? Oh, bloody hell, that's actually closer than I thought.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cleo has had 2 crashes now, so...
Okay. Okay, there's the gap then. And then here's Cloud in 3rd place, still to make a stop though.
Mindless Rift's just come in for his 2nd stop.
Just now?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's why the gap was so close then.
Well, Cleo's not taken his
Oh,
second
Cleo
stop
hasn't.
either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cloud McShort takes his 2nd stop.
Okay. That means Eric, who was in 5th place for LSDWP, might end up in 2nd after all this.
Wow.
And not too far away from Cleo, based on all of this gapping.
I haven't spoken too much about Eric this race.
No, he's just been doing his own thing. He's been battling with Neutron for the last, 20 minutes. But Neutron still has a pit stop to do.
It's funny. It's funny you say that about Eric, because Eric's in... If we look at the pit lane board, Eric is in exactly the same space as Baggins was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That space is the stealth space.
Yeah, and Eric was last after the very first lap. He got caught out worse from the big crash that happened early on in the race. So that's actually a good recovery. Yeah, Mindless Riff is in 2nd, even after his pit stop. Eric is now in 3rd. And then Cloud is in 4th. So Cloud probably not going to get his first podium, but still 4th place.
Looks like Berserker's catching beta a little bit, I would say.
Alright, I'll time them when they come
O'Dan
around
and
again.
Benibi, the gap is closing down now. Both of them
yeah.
are slipping, sliding through the chicane.
Yeah,
Both of them are pushing very, very hard.
Benimi and Dan fighting over this 4th place.
It's one heck of a wall ride from Benumi there.
Looks like there's about a 7-second gap from CT Ski to Mountain Jed in the top of GT2. So that's pretty chill.
I mean, all could change with a crash, though.
Yeah, true. So that was your top few in GT1. We're going to see GT3 leaders on our right going away from us. There's Beta 1 hit.
So, quick pit update. So, everybody has
7
taken their
seconds.
second stop.
Go on.
Everyone has taken their second stop, apart from Cleo in GT1 and Daleks in GT3.
Okay. There's Cleo to wait for then. Yogurt 1987 with the 200 bits. Love your content. Well, thank you. Thank you for the bits.
How far is Eric away from Cleo?
Quite. Because Mindless Riff made his pit stop and came out ahead of Eric. So
Oh, okay.
Mindless Riff is currently 23 seconds behind Cleo in 2nd place. And a pit stop
okay.
in the GT1s is like 14 or something. So
Got you. Cleo's just got to not make any of those silly mistakes.
yeah, he's got about 7 seconds in hand. It's all about... It's funny, the leader in each race has about 7 seconds over the 2nd place guy. GT1, GT2 and GT3. I don't get to watch live very often. Well, we're glad that you're here whenever you can, Yogurt.
Yeah, good on you, Yogurt.
Looks like Benimi has lost time to O'Dan, and now it's Danny is actually closer to Benimi than Benimi is to Dan.
Yep.
Although based on my screen, they're about equal distance apart, actually. Looks like Trumpet Master and Neutron are battling over 5th place in GT1 after Neutron's pit.
Oh, as of 20 seconds ago, Daleks has taken his second stop. So everybody apart from Cleo.
Only the leader of the race overall still yet to take the second stop.
Yep.
Who's third in GT3? Large Soda is still third after that Daleks pit.
He's not had a bad race, Large Soda.
No, led in the early stages,
Yep.
gave it up and then recovered for the third.
Yep, managed to get back into third.
Beta 1 Hits had a good recovery as well, considering how much he's been destroyed by other drivers.
Yep.
Very
He's really
important.
kept his head down at this.
Yeah, absolutely. What I was going to say is it's very important that he did that and does that and sees it through championship wise.
We've just seen Neutron and Trumpet Master going through Large Soda's screen, and they are battling hard in GT1.
Yeah, yeah. They're very close for 5th place in GT1. Cloud has a gap on them in 4th. Oh, Artwix DJ taking a little bit of a flight. Tony Soprano has unfortunately.
Ducati Doctor. He's made a little mistake. He's back down.
Oh, what a scumbag!
The lower half of the GT2.
Let's see, what's his actual position? Yeah, he's behind Benimi, so he's 7th. Yeah, Tony Soprano unfortunately has dropped to the back end of GT3, but he had a good race for a lot of the way through this. Fighting in the mid-pack for a while. Ops22 with the 3 months. Thank you, Ops. Appreciate it. Looks like Mountain Jed is catching up to CT Ski. Whether he's got enough time left, I don't know. Over the lead in GT2. After giving it away, I still don't know how that happened. Ordan has pulled out pretty decent gap. Are we about to see Benimi crash? Oh no. Benimi must have crashed at some point. He's already behind Danny.
I'll have a look at that for a nice little action replay for you. Ducati Doctor's not having much fun.
Oh yeah.
In GT2.
Okay. Have you got it? Like, oh well.
Yeah, I've posted it.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like Ducati's just lost all concentration, unfortunately.
Oh, nasty. Yeah. Ouch.
Ouch indeed.
Shame, because with that he wouldn't have been too far away from Benimi in 6th place. Maybe that's what he was thinking, and it got to him.
Hasn't been a good race for Deviator. He's just been lapped by the GT2s now. And he's in GT2.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So Cleo still got to make a stop.
Let's hope Cleo remembers to take a second stop.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he doesn't, that gives away the race victory.
Cleo about 25 seconds ahead of second place.
Yeah, and it's just ticked over 1 hour since his last pit stop, so it's either in the back of his mind or it's not there at all.
Who knows?
Well, we'll know in about 10 minutes. Let's see. We'll see what lap we're on. Artrix DJ has just gone on to his second last lap, so Cleo must be coming on to his last lap. No, Artrix DJ just went on to the third last lap, so this must be the second last lap for Cleo. He must come in this time. I mean, you're not allowed to pit on your last lap. Yeah, he is.
Oh, what a scumbag!
So let's see as Cleo comes out of the pits.
Alright, everybody. Oh, Cleo has a bit of an issue
Oh,
navigating
yeah.
the pit stop there.
I thought it was
Very
taking him a
slow
while.
stop.
So there was Cleo going underneath, but still got plenty of time in hand to mindless riff actually.
R2XDJ spins out in the fast chicane.
Cleo's had a few crashes today, but hasn't affected anything in the end.
Yeah.
Ducati Doctor's had another crash at the chicane again.
Oh no. Not like this. Oh, he's got quite a lot of damage to the front left of his car. And he's getting hassled from a GT3 driver as well now.
Oh really?
He's just got to bring it home for what he's got now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bring those 3 points home. Can anyone give me a run update? I can. RJ saw. Mindless Riff in second for GT1. Beta 1 hit leading in GT3 and Ducati Doctor in 7th for GT2.
Ducati Doctor listening to some Miley Cyrus there. That's maybe what the problem is.
That must be the issue right there. Oh, Trumpet Master and Neutron side by side on the back straight over that 5th place. Cleo must be coming on to the final lap now, I think.
Yeah, final lap.
Final lap for everybody. Eric and Cloud are not too far away from each other over 3rd place, the final podium spot in GT1.
Beta 1 hit's got much more of a lead on Berserker now, so
Yeah, I think pulled out after on that.
hopefully be secured.
Trumpet
Yeah,
and
I'm
Neutron still
happy.
fighting. Say again?
Happy for Beta 1 hit.
Yeah.
He's had a rough race, but he still managed to bring it home in the bring the win home.
Hasn't won since technically round 1. in the Patriots on Olympic GP.
Wow.
Won the first PC race, and then Berserker's won the rest, or up until now. Yeah, after being bashed around as much as he was, that's very well done.
R2X DJ is not having any luck at all.
No, I mean, on the outside of a Z-Type, the Z-Type can't really turn any more than that.
Yeah, that's like bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna work out.
Yeah, Turismo Classics
All right.
losing that fight every time.
Why is it? Why would you
On
do
the
that?
first thing that R2X DJ says in the chat after this race, I guarantee it's going to be, I'm never doing back-to-back races again.
Yeah, probably. Thank you, Yogurt, for the 5 gift subs. We're just about to end the race, so I'll catch up with that after we're done. Thank you so much, Yogurt.
Ooh, oh darn, having a little bit of an issue. That bottom corner again.
Alright, here we go. Cleo crosses the line to take the win in GT1.
Well done, Cleo. Dominant victory.
Dominant despite the crashes. Mindless Riff, a consistent second. And in third place... Oh, it looks like Cloud's actually going to take it. Eric has lost third place on the last lap.
Oh no!
Cloud takes third, Eric takes fourth. About a second between them at the line. Cloud gets his first podium of the season.
Cloud will be chuffed with that.
Yeah. Trump Up Master takes 5th with Neutron in 6th. And we're waiting for the other GTs. Mountain Jed, based on the lap times, was 7/10 of a second best lap quicker than CT Ski. But whatever happened to Jed during that time?
Danny and Benimi, last lap. Benimi's made up a lot of time. Danny's been making a little bit of mistakes. I don't think it's close enough for Benimi to make the pass, but you
No.
know.
There's Beta 1 Hit crossing the line to take his second victory of the season for GT3. And then Berserker coming home in second place here. Just waiting for some GT2s. Looks like this is CT
Oh, it's
Ski.
so close now.
Oh, it really is. CT Ski crossing the line in first. There's Mountain Jed in second place. Unfortunate for Jed. I wonder what happened to him, but he had definitely had the pace to win this one. Then we got a battle over fourth place in GT2. Danny and Benimi. As Sunken crosses the line to take the final podium spot in GT2. We've got this battle over third place. Odan's in fourth actually. Looks like Danny's going to take 5th with Benimi in 6th.
Ducati's just rage quit, I think.
Where...
Can't blame it either.
Large Soda, that was the last person to cross the line in third place for taking the final podium spot for GT2. So, looking at the listing, Cleo takes the win. 4/10 of a second best lap quicker than Mindless Riff. Only 1/10 of a second quicker than Cloud. Cloud had the second best lap in the race. Really good performance from Cloud. Then GT2, like I said, Jed had the best lap, but was unable to take the victory over CT Ski. It was a 28.3 from Dan, but must have had some really bad consistency. And then Cleo, you don't happen to be listening, do you? You can't go to the bottom of the screen? Probably not. Oh, I can type.
Leo, go to the bottom of the screen.
Damn it, I said Claw. Claw, scroll down, please. Oh, it's not even showing up.
Yeah, I don't think he gets in-game chat.
God
I think
dang
he's got
it.
his own chat.
Well, anyway, Beta 1 Hit took the victory with Berserker in second and Large Soda in third. We don't see the lap times for those, but good racing. 2 good races tonight.
Oh, people are saying in Cleo's chat to scroll down.
Okay, we'll give it like another couple of seconds, see if he actually does. Yes, there we
he's
go.
scrolling down.
Perfect.
There we go.
Success. Beta 1 Hit. Wow, almost 2 seconds per lap quicker than Berserker. 238.6, 240.5, 242.1. There was a 41 from B-Dogs, but not the consistency. Alright, there you go. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you're in the race next week, Benny.
Yes, I hope not to make this a permanent spot. Get back on the racetrack. But thank you very much for having me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Always nice to have a fresh face, a fresh bearded face in the commentary booth.
How the hell did you do this every weekend for season 3? Asks R2XDJ. Everybody seems to say that after every time someone does a double header, everybody says exactly the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.